Hi, I'm Trish with Crafty Whimsy, and I'm here today for Junk Journal Madness, hosted by Susan, and I totally love it. February had a forest woodland theme, and I was the lucky enough to be the co-host. I love Junk Journal Madness. It just makes me happy every single day. I will tell you that this is my monthly make, and I'm really not exactly finished. I had to help my cousin out for a week, and so I got a little behind. I did find some sari silk, so I changed my closure, and I will tell you that Susan has a paper that you can download on her Ko-fi shop and on her description box, and it has the first page is a page of the themes that you can choose if you want to be the co-host, and you get to pick 6, and then she spins a spinner, and we got Forest Woodland done this time. Anyway, we did that, and here's the second page. The second page is about items to include, and she rolls a dice, and then you come up with a number, and this month's number was 9, so you have to include 9 of these big things, and I highlight the ones that I included, and there's more than 9, obviously. You can see all those yellows in cardstock, and I didn't even highlight all of them, apparently, because cardstock, and I did use some cardstock. And I did use a store-bought tag, but okay. And then page 3 is all the things that you're going to make. And Junk Journal has a vocabulary page if you needed to look it up, because I had to when I first started doing it. And we had to do 14 things, like tags and tucks and pockets and hidden paper clips and paper flowers and postcards and specimen cards. And so I'll point those out. Now here's a belly band. Oh, this fell off. Here's a belly band. I keep my things in here, and I leave them in here even after I make it. And so here's this, my beautiful journal, and here's my specimen cards with my bugs, a mayfly and it's a beetle, but I can't remember what kind of beetle. It might be a horn beetle. Postage stamps, labels, tickets. Here's a brad that I put on my postage. I had a dangle. I took my journal to lunch, and I busted it, and I only found 3 of the beads that are in my pocket. And so, here they are. I'll have to fix my, dangle. It makes me sad. But here's the front, and here's a little, survey form that I use. I've stenciled, and I have a burlap store-bought flower. No, it's really a leaf, but I bought it probably at the Dollar Tree. A collage with a little mushroom I got from Penny at Penny's Crafty Creations. Here's what do you call this? A pocket, just a regular old pocket with a regular old journal card I made. Has labels, has die cuts, stamped images, inky papers, and yeah. So here's a postcard I received from Happy Mail, and that's a forest. It's beautiful. It's probably in Oregon. Here's one of my page edges, which is a ribbon and parchment paper. And then here's a window envelope pocket with some more stamped images, which are the red birds. And here's the other envelope that's also a pocket. And you can see my decorative punching. And these are different papers. This is scrapbook paper with some labels in an old calendar page. It's a little calendar. And there's a paper doily I included. Now here's another, this was a junk journal sketch. I just messed it up. And I made it into a journal card. It's so cute. And I have a inked page. And then I also made a corner pocket or a corner tuck for it. And I stamped the words. And then come over here, and here's a page tuck with a postcard. And that was a real postcard. And some ephemera. Here's some more stamped images just to decorate. Stamped and punched. And then just writing spot. Here's another envelope, and I used some die cuts. And I made this tree as part of the was that the postcards? This might have been a 50, no, this was the postcard. This was the postcard that I just made with a die cut. I just liked it. I need to let you know that this, where was it? Maybe we haven't seen it yet. We'll get to it. The postcard I made for the 50 stack challenge 6. This is another junk journal sketch that I watched Susan, and I made a corner tuck. And I used newspaper and labels. And here's just a journal card with an index card and an up tuck. You go up, so it's an up tuck. Here's more scrapbook paper. Oh, cardstock. This is cardstock. Oh, that was episode 69. I just did it to save myself. And here's a coffee filter and some brown package paper and some more cardstock. So I used all that. Here's a greeting card. And it really is a greeting card that I've had. It looks like a tree. I've had it forever. And it matches the envelope. And then here's some inky papers. I put a stencil. I painted. And then I spritzed it with that Distress ink spray, which is so fun. Bow tied with sari silk. Cluster. Here's a... Oh, my friends are really rough on my stuff, apparently. Here's an embossed page. That's a quiet journal tuck. Here's some more of that inky paper. Jelly print. Here's some acorns that are die cut. And there's not a... This pocket is not a rectangle pocket. That means it's a different kind of pocket. Here's a really fun page edge that's got a tab that also has pockets. I saw that with 7 Plaza with Margaret. And here's my 50 stack challenge first week's it was drips. And see my drippy paint, and then I covered it up. I thought it was... I picked the wrong colors, but it turned out okay when I put the trees on. So yeah. And then here's my hidden paper clip. You can see there's a paper clip in there, and I paper clipped it. You could use it to tell people where your page is. I wonder where they got this. We'll figure it out. We will figure out where it goes. Oh, I know right where it goes. This is supposed to be glued on. See, that my friends are really rough. And this sticks into the edge. But we'll fix that. I'll fix that when we get all finished. That's why you can't see it. Here's one of those little card ephemera that I got from Hobby Lobby. Here's a time card, another thing to include. And a little stamped image. And then here's a little envelope. Or, I'm sorry, this is not an envelope. I keep saying that. It's actually the other half of, or the other part of this little survey form. And there's some ledger paper. Here is a, not Velcro, vellum pocket. It's a vellum thing that I got at Hobby Lobby. But now that I've seen it, I know how I could make them. But there's a tag that I made. Then there's a two that made it into 2 pockets. So there's that. And that's a recycled item. It was a piece of a package of something, I don't know. And I opened it and I kept the cardboard. Here's a tag I bought at the Hobby Lobby. And then I embellished it. Here's the other part of that vellum envelope that was too big for my journal. Here's some paper that's handwriting paper, kid paper. Here's another one of those. I really like tucks, apparently. And an index card. And some more ephemera that's cut out from magazines and punched out, and die cuts from digitals at my it's from my, who is it from? Oh, it's Junk Journal Studio, Michelle. It's her mushrooms. And then here's some more that I made. And here's my flip out. So fun. This flip out page is so fun. And it's a big map page. And I've got 2 pockets with a window. There's my journal card with a window. It's so fun. And then I have a big tag. Not as big as that jumbo tag made from a time card. And then here's another part of a doily. And then it said store crafting flowers. I have crafting leaves. And then I just decorated this. This is all journal space. And then here's another journal card. And I bought 2 of whatever this was. I can't even remember now what it was. But it was some kind of packaging. I embossed my belly band with my bark embossing folder. And then I die cut a frame. And I used it as a pocket. And then I have a little tag. And then here's another little tag. And that's on a dictionary page. So dictionary and ledger. And then some more. And here's another little tag. And a vellum piece that I cut out with a die cut. And a little punch that I punched out. Coffee dyed paper. Here's my little scrappy book made with not packaging paper. I just set it over here. It looks cute with my little beetles. And then it looks like a tree a little bit. So here's an owl sitting on a tree log on the dictionary page. And here's another one of those tabs that are so cute. And there's a ticket and some mushrooms on a postcard that I made this time. Jennifer at Scrapbooks and Memories has a monthly Ephemera Madness, and I made those postcards. And that's from, and then there's map, there's some more die cuts. What are these called? Deer in the Snow. I did not finish this one. Here's a book. I got it ready with a bookmark. Look at, and this is my first tassel I ever made. It's so fun. And, you know, it has a rest of that embossed piece and some other things. Here's another tab that I made for a journal card. So fun. And, you know, that's graph paper. Here's some music paper. Here's another junk journal sketch. I missed a week. I was gone. And here's another tag and I made a paper ruffle. And then here's just, oh, look at that tea bag squished in there. And a ticket, and the labels, and the numbers. So fun. And then, I just love that crinkly sound. And here's a book page that I gessoed over. And then here's some die cuts, and they're standing on their window. And it's gonna crack you up. See this? This window is from this. I used my die cuts to cut the window out. So there it is. So that was exciting. I used some leaves as a page edge. I made a journal card with a piece of scrapbook paper. It's an uptuck. I made a couple of uptucks. And here's a window envelope again. Some more coffee dyed. You can see the coffee dyed. And more coffee dyed. And then here's a secret. And that is just some paper. And then here's some moose walking in Michigan. I couldn't resist. Michigan doesn't have any moose that I know of. They have been gone a long time. So maybe they're back. But this, I saw somebody make this, and I can't remember who. But look at how cute. It's like a little folio. And it's from an envelope. And there's 1, 2 little cards, 3 little cards. And you just flip. This is an inky paper. And you just flip it over. So you got 2 tabs on this side. And here they are. Of course, they going backwards. Sorry. That's my fault. And so those 2 are there. But then when you flip it over, you have this front. And you have another tab. So you have some more spots. I don't know if I journal on the inside of this pretty inky paper, but somebody might. And I covered it with die cuts. I just love that. And then I embellished some more mushrooms. I'm not a mushroom. I love to eat mushrooms. I just don't know how I feel about them, but they're all right. They're kind of cute. I used a stamp and some die cuts. Stamps and punched out. A bunny that's a punch. More maps. Here's another tag. That's a page edge tuck, but it also has a different pocket. And then here's another postcard I made. I was really into making those things at the beginning of the month. And there's a little tag I made to go in this envelope pocket. And I collaged it with inky papers on both sides. And I was going to put some, I have some dies that make boughs and pine cones. I just never got to it. And then it's just blank. And here's a little Rolodex that I die cut with my die cut machine. And then my leaves. And here's my bear that I stamped. And then I used a playing card and made a little journal card. There's the book page. And here's the last, I think this is the last page of that parchment paper. Here's that bear walking in the woods, but not in Michigan. And some foreign text. And here's a tag that I die cut and I covered. It's a journal card now. And some wood slices that I also die cut. They're very cool. And a bear from Hobby Lobby, and something I punched out and ripped up. And then here's my back cover. And I just put in a journal card there to remind myself that was a spot. And I will put the edge back on, and I'm going to leave this journal card back here. So that wraps up Junk Journal February. It's such a fun collab. Susan does a great job. And I will tell you that she's going to do it again in March, and I will be participating. I hope that you've inspired to participate with us, because it's so fun. It is just so fun. And it's always with hashtag JJ Madness. I hope that you join us for JJ Madness. There it is. It's in February. And something I just learned, you should sign your journals. I have a friend who I won a journal, and she said, you know, when you give away journals and people win and they get them, then sometimes they forget where they came from or who made it over time. So she's been signing hers, and I said, well, that's probably a great idea. I guess I should sign mine. And look at how pretty that looks, that closure, instead of that little skinny, what do you call it, string I was using. But I thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you're inspired to create some fun things for yourself today or for others. I hope you have a happy crafty day. I thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.